Chinese, if you stay, I'll have to dispense of you too. You're very right. Fuck, does he look great?
This is the bit that crosses the line. Especially that the other guy's like, "You're right." I just like.
Okay.
It's like, what is more worrying? Is Sammo making a judgment about white guys or Asian guys?
Oh, here we go. What? Jesus Christ.
See, if you notice, Lee Hai Sheng now has the much baggier pants.
There we go. Flair.
It's Lungayan. Is it too simplified or too generalized to say that he was good at mimicking movement, or did he actually have some kind of training? Does anyone know that?
He always says he hasn't really had extensive training. I mean, he's in True Legend, and we chatted about it on the set, and he just said, like, you know, that he was just naturally physical and just had, like, you know, he was able to pick up choreography and pick up basics. I think nowadays he's got enough background that he can play around with some stuff and make himself look pretty good. But I think he just had that right, you know, mind sense for film fighting. You know, fighting for film is very much, it's a style of its own, and not everyone can adapt to it. You know, I mean, sometimes you'll see people are real life world champions, but they just can't get the hang of adapting it for a film. You know, breaking the rhythm, changing the style. So yeah.
And our Chuck Norris moment.
And it's not lazy either. It's wonderful to have the flashbacks to those moments we are referencing. I think Sammo, again, he's the best Bruce Lee impersonator, and he's the only one who made this sincere and heartfelt, in honor of his great friend.
Exactly. That's, I think his was very much making fun while paying homage respectfully.
I'm kind of surprised that, but maybe there's a logical answer to this, that this wasn't a Golden Harvest production.
Mm-hmm. But I think it was just, at the time, Golden Harvest were going to unveil the official Game of Death, the official Bruce Lee movie. So I think they were kind of like downplaying the whole Bruceploitation thing. Yeah.
Good on them.
But I mean, to me, as much as I love the Lung Yen fight, the only thing that can make it better would be if Lung Yen just left during this. It's like, actually, yeah, you're right. I'm Chinese, you're Chinese, we shouldn't fight. I just walked away.
He managed to choreograph some power out of this guy, David Nick.
I mean, that's what he comes across like, he's got some background, like boxing or something. It's,
And of course, I guess somewhere in this we've already passed this sort of reference to the Muhammad Ali style footwork that, of course, Bruce Lee incorporated into his fighting every now and again.
See, I think that guy misread the signals there. I didn't ask for that, man.
Like, he now gets out the mouth guard. It's so serious a fight, I'm going to take off my shirt and put it in my mouth guard. Yeah. And Lee Hai Sheng is still there, lying there. Yeah.
It's a good gig. It's not high def this either, so we can't see him breathing or not. And it's never going to be high def because it's
by Warner Brothers nowadays, sitting in their vault, never to be released, most probably.
This is?
Yep, one of the many movies that Warner Brothers bought, that's including Petticoat Driver, that just sits in their vault, which they seem reluctant to do anything with, which is really annoying. Yeah.
And
and of course,
there's no point.
They refuse to do anything about pan media or anything, just releasing endless bootlegs of half those movies.
Yeah, including this one, unfortunately. But it brings me to a point that it's a shame that stuff is in the vaults, but fans of Hong Kong cinema still, they are not realizing that some things are the ultimate editions and were ultimate editions on laserdiscs, because it's never going to be better.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. There's some films that the VHS, even, or the laserdisc, whereas I mean, one of the best VHS I have in my collection is the gold-plated God of Gamblers. When God of Gamblers came out on VHS in Hong Kong, they released it as a special limited edition gold-plated or gold-painted, VHS, box set, and it had like some additional stuff, like some interviews and things.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I said, a lot of these companies have disappeared. A lot of original elements have vanished. And sometimes it is a rights issue because sometimes people won't let you put everything you want on the DVD.
There's a good example of Master of the Flying Guillotine. It was released a few times, but the band whose music is in the opening credits of Master of the Flying Guillotine, I think it's a German band or something like that, they found out about this and they said, no, we're not going to allow it anymore. So movies like the Australian release has different music for Master of the Flying Guillotine.
No, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, Joey and Fat's Full Contact, directed by Ringo Lam, the reason it was released in England initially was because Vinyl Solutions, which was a record company, were going to sue the producers for using their music. And then they did a rights deal out of it, which later became Made in Hong Kong and everything. But at one point, that was the original reason. They were just upset that their music was being used without clearance.
Yeah, there's a lot of their tunes.
Films, even, I mean, Stewart would probably know the show Grange Hill and everything, British TV show. When they've re-released it on DVD, they've had to change music because of rights issues. It's just, you're going to release a movie and I suddenly tell you, well, you've got to pay an additional $5,000 US for using a song for 10 seconds. Yeah.
And for Full Contact, they used like 3 or 4 songs from the band Extreme and a particular album from them. I was a fan of them at the time, of that album. I was like, cool. They're playing Get the Funk Out during the opening credits.
With Bridgewater doing her dance.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
she's a lawyer nowadays. Gave up on the film business and became a lawyer.
Shame on her. But Anne Bridgewater was kind of cool. I liked her. She was good in Operation Pink Squad. She and her double, but she was. I liked her.
And she kills Jeff Falcon with a hairdryer. I mean, that's a way to go. I mean, she was another girl who just unfortunately, for so long, seemed to be an actress in search of a role. They never really knew what to do with her. It's she was one of the the 4 little girls that Cinema City were promoting, her, Young Kit Ying, Lalana Lee, and what's the other girl's name?
Wow.
But just found it hard to do the transition.
Look at this. This is amazing exchange. Especially Sammo's bit of a handstand that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
Oh no, exactly. And then now out come the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had something in the boxes.
So I think that's
exactly.
really,
actually
really one underrated.
Sally rings. Yeah.
I think Lung Kar-yan is also one of those really underrated actors who we'll probably never see really outside of kung fu films.
Mm. Yeah, I agree.
I know. He watch Bogus Cops, his very strange comedy.
Yeah, he directed that.
He has done some very, very interesting movies. Profile and Anger.
Legend of the Dragon was a good one.
Oh, classically, there you go. That's why
it looked completely different.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, what is the basic plot of Legend of the Dragon? It's Way of the Dragon, but with, Jimmy White replacing Chuck Norris. A snooker being used as a substitute for Kung Fu. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Stephen Chow movies, that Legend of the Dragon.
Yeah, any movie that has Yuen Wah playing basically Yuen Wah.
Yeah.
It's great fun. Yeah.
But you're very right. He looks different, not older in those 90s movies. And the beard certainly does something. But it's like, oh, holy shit, that's Lung Kar-yan. In like Lost Here in China.
Like that cunt's got a chin under that beard.
When his head shaved or it's grey hair, that you really think, oh, he's gotten older. It's
Yeah, exactly.
It's strange how some people in Hong Kong and everything just haven't aged. There's certain actors and actresses I know that I'm like, but you've got to be of a certain age now and you still look so good.
Yeah.
And then even it's the final exchange.
There's no. It's like when we talked about mismatched couples. There's no.